My fault. What's good? It's your boy. Back once again. Today we are checking out 9 to 5 workers versus streamers debate. What is harder? This has been a debate for a while against, you know what I'm saying, people who stream and people who don't stream. And I've said my piece. I don't know if I've said it. I think I made a TikTok before. I probably said it in the YouTube video before. And I will speak my piece, you know what I'm saying, whatever. But this is definitely going to be some rage bait. Definitely going to get on somebody's nerves. Yeah, so, you know what I'm saying, we're here for it. Yeah. Watch the whole entire video. Because y'all be like to click and then click off. Who tell y'all can click off the video? Because I'm going to put a lock on it. Y'all ain't know I can do that to make you have to force to watch the whole video. Yo, your thing going to blow up in 10 seconds. Yeah, you ain't know that, did you? You ain't know that, did you? Because I can make it happen. Nah, I'm just playing. But, no, I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and hit post notifications, all that fun stuff, or whatever. And without further ado... Oh, also, it's by Faze. Without further ado, we're gonna get into the video.
You're gonna disrespect your mom like that,
she
dude.
is right now.
You're gonna disrespect your mom and say that your work is harder? That is so rude.
All right, can I talk?
Hairspray.
Listen, so your whole
So
thing.
it's dangerous.
Listen, bet.
Your job is
chill.
you would have to actually go to work.
And went to school and still
And paid rent.
yes, I still worked.
That's your choice. You're
high. You're hungover.
I've seen that girl
I play video games
before.
on my spare time.
I don't even enjoy streaming anymore.
What is harder? Special thanks to Ghibli for the idea. No, my string is falling out.
What's up? How's it going?
Same old different day.
Okay. All right.
Mail
So my
carrier.
argument here is that streaming and
Round 1. Lacey has cultivated a substantial multi-platform audience with nearly 1.5 million Twitch followers, over 1 million on Instagram, around 2.3 million TikTok followers, and approximately 217K on X. He joined Faze Clan in May 2024, quickly gaining notoriety through Fortnite and IRL streams.
social media creation is harder than a 9 to 5.
Nah, it's not facts, bro. 9 to 5 is way harder, homie.
Why do you say that?
Because you gotta get up every motherfucking day, go to the motherfucking bullshit job, and slave for fucking pennies.
See, that's the thing is you're right. You get up every day, you go through the motions. You don't have to get a good night's sleep. You don't have to be focused. You don't have to be locked in. You wake up. You go, you flip some patties,
Nah,
maybe you sign a few envelopes, answer a few phone calls. With streaming and social media creation, you have to be on your game 24/7. It's like a switch that never
when you're a
turns
mail
off.
carrier, I'm a mail carrier, and I'm gonna tell you something, man. I get treated like shit every
Mail
motherfucking
carrier.
day.
We
I'm
have to
still
deal with
slaving
thousands,
every day.
tens of thousands of
Bullshit.
people critiquing every little thing we do, every
Man.
decision
Facts.
we make, every thought
You
we
guys
have.
got it made, man. I wish I had
We
it made
don't-
like y'all.
We don't have
I
to go
wish.
sign a few envelopes and put them in a mailbox.
Man,
We
you
have
got
to
it
be,
gravy, bro.
What's the next trend?
Because
What's the
the
next
shit I
idea?
go through every
Oh my
day,
God, I have
and
to
got
stream
dogs,
today.
And I got dogs that want to bite my ass
And
every
you have lunch
day.
breaks. You have lunch breaks. We don't have breaks. We're on 24/7.
You guys-
High energy,
I wish I
24/7.
could get
Lacey-
home like you and get back and get paid.
Lacey
We're not
is
even
the
at home.
king of
We're walking
rage
around,
bait.
we're walking
I
around
wanna
doing
do
things,
all of
going
that
to
because
parties, doing
the
all this
shit
stuff.
I gotta slave just for not even 100,000 a year. I gotta work double overtime. Bullshit.
Okay, what about this? You're guaranteed to get paid. You have a
No, I'm not.
steady rate.
If I don't work, I don't get.
Nigga, what? If you don't... Well, oh, okay, I'm gonna let it rock. I'm gonna let it rock.
paid. It's simple as that.
Yeah, but you have a guaranteed pay.
Guaranteed pay if you
No,
work.
I
That's
don't.
your decision if you don't want
I
to work.
gotta work at the job for
If
years.
I don't go live, I don't
Just-
get paid
Nigga, what are
either.
you talking about?
People spamming L's.
Yes, we have people in the chat spamming L's. Oh, this is boring. We don't like this video. We have to create content. Imagine you have to be high energy. Oh, hey guys, how's it going? You guys like this stream?
That's me
Instead of-
24/7. I'd rather do that.
So why don't you become a streamer?
Man, that's what I want to do. F that. F this 9 to 5 shit.
If streaming is so easy, how come every single person in this seat is not a streamer?
People are lazy. They want to put in the work.
That's their fault.
I get called fat all the time.
Oh, so what? I can go.
All right, time to speak my piece. What is this nigga talking about? Nigga, you know what a 9 to 5 is? A 9 to 5 is when I clock in from 9 and I work to 5 o'clock, which means I'm guaranteed from when I work from 9 to 5, I get paid from 9 to 5. I have a guaranteed pay. So what is he talking about? If I don't work, I don't get paid. No shit, Sherlock. What are you talking about? Duh. Like, you know what I'm saying? What is this nigga talking about? The nigga saying I have to get up every day. I have to do this. I hate it. You know what I'm saying? So that makes it harder. What makes something harder is whether you want to do it or not. What are we talking about? You think basketball players want to play basketball all the time? You think football players want to play football all the time? You think streamers want to stream all the time? You think entrepreneurs want to go to their business all the time? You think niggas want to do stuff they do all the time? Yeah, you definitely don't want to do something you don't want to do. I feel that. You know what I'm saying? You definitely don't want to be no milk carrier. I feel that. But my thing is, who put who in that situation? If you know what I'm saying, you'd rather be doing what you call it than do it. My thing is, I look at something that's harder as, okay, a streamer can go get a 9-to-5 and work a 9-to-5. Most people have already had a 9-to-5. But can a person that works a 9-to-5 become a streamer? Can become a content creator, become a YouTuber? That's my thing, though. You know what I'm saying? The reason you haven't done it because you can't do it. The reason because you don't believe in yourself that it'll work. That's in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Now, if we're talking about more manual labor, y'all got it all day. When we're talking about physical labor, you got it all day. You know what I'm saying? You're putting in, you know what I'm saying, out, like you said, all these hours, you know what I'm saying, all this time, whatever, to get pennies. You know what I'm saying? When they make, you know what I'm saying, they make what you make in a year and a day. You know what I'm saying? So, right. But, yeah, you're not, nah. Next.
I'm fat and chubby. All my homeboys call me chubby, fat, whatever.
That's your homeboys, though. I'm gonna keep it a buck. That's a homeboy.
Yeah, you right, homeboy. You right. But check this out, my nigga. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna go out there and get that bag.
I think she's got something she wants to say.
Oh my gosh, wait, we're seeing flags.
Unfortunately, these flags are actually useless.
We decided
to use a timer instead because we suck at explaining things.
Oh, she ready to rage bait.
So you raised your flag. Is there a reason you did that?
Because
Hey,
I was
Chef.
actually a cook for 15 years. So that means for 15 years, I had to get up practically every day, get dressed, go to work, and I had to deal with not only adults, but I also had to deal with children.
We deal with
Right.
children every day, too.
We deal with tens of thousands of children and adults.
The Lacey Thugs are. Do you not know who the Lacey Thugs are?
I can't go out in public without 10 kids coming up and asking for a picture. Do you know how hard that is of a life?
Isn't that
That is
special?
difficult.
How long do you think this is going to last?
Forever.
Forever,
You think this
hopefully.
is going to last forever?
I hope so. You just proved my point for me. I don't have that security that's going to last forever. Having a job, being
That's
a
why he
cook.
got.
9-to-5 is generally more secure than streaming because it offers steady income benefits and legal protections, while streaming is unpredictable, highly competitive, and income depends on viewer support and algorithm. Exactly.
You have that security of, oh, I have a job, I have a degree, I have this. This could end for me tomorrow.
Hypothetically, if you all of a sudden you lost all your followers, what would you do?
I know what he'll do. Get up.
No, I'm asking
Trigger
him.
warning.
I'm asking him. What would you
Job.
do if you lost completely all your YouTubers? You had nothing.
All your
No
YouTubers.
one watched you anymore. I didn't even watch you anymore. What would you have to do? You would have to go to work. Oh my God! Did I just cuss at you?
That's a slur. If I did lose all
Real quick, do they realize that most of all of them, if not all of them, did work a regular job before they got into streaming, before they took off streaming? They do know that, right? Like, they're saying it as if they've never had to ever work a job in their life and they don't understand you know what I'm saying? Most people have worked a job. Like, you have those couple few that be like, yeah, I never really worked a job or whatever. But you've done something for money. You either cut grass, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You worked some way for money that wasn't online, that wasn't on social media. So it's like she's saying, I don't know, it's almost she's actually saying it as if like he you know what I'm saying, you're gonna figure it out. I feel like it's the same as being an entrepreneur. Why does not everybody want to be an entrepreneur? You know what I'm saying? Because everybody can't be an entrepreneur. You know what I'm saying? And that's the equivalent to saying, oh, okay, what if your business fails? I'm gonna go get a job and I'm gonna create a new business. I know how to, you know what I'm saying? I know how to get from point A to point B. So if I fall back to point A, guess what? I know how to get back to point B. What are you talking about, bro?
all my followers, I would probably buy a couple houses and start my real estate empire.
Okay, so then you would have to actually go to work. You would actually have to go to the office.
And I would think that would be a much easier job than streaming.
You gotta go into your setup though and sit in front of studio lights and read the chat and be interactive.
But no, he lost everybody. He lost everybody. He has no followers whatsoever.
Start over.
He would have to turn around.
You're proving my point.
You would have to turn around.
You're proving my point on why this is harder because I could lose it all tomorrow.
Yeah, but you could lose it tomorrow.
If let's say you're a cook, right? Let's say you got fired. You have hundreds of people lined up. You can go cook over here, cook over there.
You could be a private chef.
You could be a private chef.
Facts.
Exactly. I don't have that security.
I was a cook in the school system. I cooked all frozen food.
But you still cook. You still cook. You go cook for another school.
Ma'am, that's not cooking. That's called heating it up. We know that very well over here.
I think I saw a flag right here.
Flags. I see red flags.
I'm gonna have to backlight yo, Lacey. This is the truth.
But like, it's like, but the thing, I don't know, the thing about like older people, like, it's just like, they're so like, I'm not gonna say this not about all the people, but it's like, they don't listen. It's like, they don't care to reason with what you have to say, or, you know what I'm saying, go along with what you have to say. Not go along, but it's like, you know how like you'll be open-minded at what somebody's telling you and they be like, oh, respect your elders, boom, boom, boom. But why does when the elderly talk, they expect us to not like have a thought of our own and we just expect them to be right? We live in such a different world today than what y'all lived in. You know what I'm saying? Things are so much more different. And I feel like a lot of older people cannot grasp that concept of, you know what I'm saying, of, like I said, the world nowadays. I get what she's saying. Like, you know what I'm saying? And like, I get what she's saying. You know what I'm saying? What if you lose it all? You got to get a job. He's saying, yeah, exactly. If you get fired, you can go right and find another job. If I lose everything I have, you know what I'm saying? I got to start from a whole nother place than what you got to start from. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, I don't know. It's like she didn't grasp that. But once again, the way she was saying it was almost like, you've never had to, like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta get a job. You gotta get a job. Like, yeah. Like, yeah, we know that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, that's how I feel.
I think something you guys aren't taking into account. Say we get a brand deal, I gotta post on an Instagram story. I gotta go find the 4 Loco
I love how niggas is rage baiting.
I gotta make sure.
They're rage baiting so
I
bad.
get the 4 Loco can. And
Not to mention,
You have to do work. That's what we have to do.
it ruins our Twitter impressions too.
I gotta tag them.
And then that goes into falling off.
My name is Rhonda. I'm a registered nurse from the South.
Nice to meet you,
From
Rhonda.
Arkansas. 35 years ago, I decided to go to nursing school because I wanted to be a creative, I thought. I loved fashion, I loved acting, I loved singing. But in the South, whole lot of racism back in the 60s and the 50s.
Okay, what year is it now?
Rats ass if you created something, and they wouldn't support your business. So yes, a 9 to 5 is much harder. I had to work 7 to 3, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. I had to support my daughter.
Rhonda, can I ask you a question?
Nope.
Have you ever done
You
it?
get spoiled.
Ever doing something fun?
You get spoiled, and your mama and daddy keep giving.
I would ask her, all I would say is, I said, She would say all that, boom, boom, boom. All I ask is, what year is it? It is 2025. It is not 1963. It's not 19. Like, I get what you're saying. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, blah, blah, blah. But, bro, it's not, like I said, you're talking about a whole nother world. It's not like that no more. So because you couldn't, because, you know what I'm saying, the world was different when you were growing up, you know what I'm saying? And you had to go through these hard things, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. It doesn't sound like, you know what I'm saying? It sounds like you couldn't, you know what I'm saying, go after your dreams because of racism. That's what it sounds like to me. Segregation. That's what it sounds like to me. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wanted to support you because you were a black woman, wanted to do something with it. You know what I'm saying? That's what it sounds like to me. So that sounds like it's a whole nother problem than 9 to 5 and, you know what I'm saying, what you call it. Like, but nowadays, like, what's the excuse now? You too old? I'm hearing excuses now. Now we live in a world where people are accepted. You know what I'm saying? People don't care if you blue, black, white, yellow, green, purple, orange. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? So what's stopping you now? What are we talking about? Come on, bro. I'm gonna roll.
I got a question for Rhonda. Rhonda, have you ever done a subathon?
What's a subathon?
30 days straight.
24
hours a day.
Day and night. No break.
We all streamed for.
That ain't even healthy.
You're talking about working 7 to 3. You have 2 30-minute breaks throughout that. You get to go home afterwards, see your family, relax.
I love
we were on
lazy,
camera
bro.
30 days straight, no personal.
What
If you know how hard
day
it
were
is
you a registered
to
nurse?
have.
When did you get a break? You clean boo-boo?
When have you ran a 3-minute ad?
You
When have you
clean
ever
up
ran?
vomit,
You've never ran a 3-minute
You
ad.
pass trays. You're short-handed.
Talk about the fake relationships that you have.
Oh my God.
Now
It's fake
think
on
about
social
this.
media.
Think about this. Imagine
Sure.
every little person. We call them parasocials. They judge your
Parasocials.
relationships. You can't go out to dinner or have a girl take a picture in your car without them finding out and judging you.
I got caught with
based
my
on it.
ex.
I got
in
caught with
public.
my ex, and I got treated like I was a pedophile for it.
But mental health.
That's a
mental
crazy
health. When you
statement.
stop caring about what people think and what they say about you, do you. Do you. And that's a big problem with younger people. You care about what people think. Social media, what they say
Facts.
about you.
That's our
She's cooking.
Job.
No,
you're
she
a nurse,
cooking.
right?
35 years.
What do you think's harder? 24-hour open surgery, like when you're helping with, the doctor, et cetera, or 24-hour stream?
24-hour open surgery.
Oh, bro.
Surgery. Okay, now I know they're rage baiting, but we all know surgery is way harder than entertaining a stream. You know what I'm saying?
Short-handed.
We're saving thousands. You're saving one.
These people don't understand. They didn't come here to be real. Nigga, you're the same age as them.
30-day subathon, right?
Yep.
My argument is that none of you guys actually did any of the work during that, and it was all your filmers, your
part of the
editors,
Faze team?
your producers. All these people back here are the ones doing the work. You guys just show up and have fun.
They didn't do anything.
It's a group project.
No, because here's the thing.
Well, that's bad takes.
That's bad.
Whoa, wait. Okay, watch how I cook though. Watch, cause I'm pretty sure he's a part of that team. Watch how I cook though. Isn't that okay? A movie, right? A movie. The director, you know what I'm saying? The film director, the script writer, you know what I'm saying? The dudes that do the music, the soundtracks, you know, so all of them. Okay. So they do all the work, but the actors did nothing, right? Right. You know what I'm saying? So the actors just there. You know, since the actors didn't really do nothing. It was all everybody else that put in the work, right? You know what I'm saying? So Michael B. Jordan, when he played in Sinners, he ain't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? It was really everybody else behind the scenes. That's literally the equivalence. How can you say they didn't do nothing? Because guess what? You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for them, the rest of these niggas wouldn't have a job. What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you realize I'm the show? I'm the TV. I'm the brand. I'm the name. That's like saying Kai doesn't do anything. His film, you know what I'm saying? If he has a stylist, you know what I'm saying? His photographer, you know what I'm saying? His assistant. You're saying they do all the work. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? Guess whose face it is? I'm not saying but who started this by themselves? Because guess what? All these people, guess who gave these people a job? They did, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Because guess was they there when they first started? No, nigga. They built this from the ground up for themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm doing right now. So if I ever get to a point where I got this, I got that, I got this, I got that, guess what? Of course I appreciate my team 1,000 because they real ones. They hold a nigga down. You know what I'm saying? They do help me. You know what I'm saying? And it's not a one-man army. You know what I'm saying? I got a team behind me. But at the same time, nigga, I built this up from the ground up by myself, homie. You know what I'm saying? Like you talking about some they do all the work. If any one of them niggas can come right now and be in front of the camera, why they not doing that right now then? Oh, okay.
Takes. It's bad takes.
I would cook that nigga.
They wouldn't have any work if it wasn't for us, though.
That's so facts. It's so facts. Nigga, a director. Guess what, nigga? A director wouldn't be a director without actors. What are you talking about?
I would even go as far to say as every person in this room, we keep them employed as well. Because here's the thing, we get sponsors from these companies that have 9-to-5s, right? These companies, hold on. These companies are not viable without influencers to push the brand and keep them in business.
Have you ever worked a real job?
No.
So how would you know?
I have.
I know for a fact that worked a real job.
I worked 8 months. I worked a double. I worked Walmart and Panera at the same time for a year.
Why is she laughing? Bro, nah, she's making me mad.
They said, nah, she making me
I actually
mad.
feel like they're wrong.
Round 2. Stay Ronaldo's streams are high energy and entertaining, often featuring Fortnite gameplay, funny reactions, and interactive moments with fans. Known for his humor and loud personality, he keeps his audience engaged with constant commentary and viral clips on Twitch. He boasts around 33.9 million followers, averages 23,000 viewers per stream. It's fire. To be real with you,
Hi, I'm Chris.
I would honestly, I wouldn't say I wouldn't, like, because I do plan on going back to streaming. But I would genuinely, I ain't gonna cap, I wouldn't be mad if all I ever did was YouTube, to be real with you. Like, I'm gonna be so serious.
All right, Chris.
Why do you think a 9-to-5 job is not harder than what you do?
Well, you're guaranteed to pay.
Guaranteed to pay?
Yeah.
Yes.
That makes it harder?
Yeah. No, it makes it easier for you
Makes
guys.
it easier because we have a guaranteed pay.
100%.
Yes.
Social security.
Talk about raises.
Makes it easier for 9-to-5 people to have a job because they're
Nigga, are you
Yeah,
slow?
when you go to
Yes.
work every day,
So
everyone's
you're
like,
basing the ease of a job just on somebody getting paid regularly? Is that what you...
well, let's just say that comes to perspective. If you say someone who works food, if you're someone who works a doctor, it's obviously different. But if you're talking abroad, 9 to 5, someone who doesn't need a degree, yeah, it's way easier than being a streamer.
How so?
Well, it's because you're guaranteed and you don't need any crazy knowledge. You don't need to go to school for most jobs, like certain things like a 9 to 5. If you wanted to go work at Foot Locker, I could go to Foot Locker, apply.
That's what I'm saying.
And then next
Y'all
thing
are
you know-
trying to, what they're trying to do is, the way she's laughing and stuff, see, you're not listening. And that's the thing, is like when you talk to people aren't listening. They're just so ready to talk. You know what I'm saying? Like, he talking about a regular 9 to 5. Nigga, if I go work at, like he said, Foot Locker, Dick's, Target, I'm talking about, like he said, jobs you don't need a degree for. Of course, like you said, if you start talking about a doctor, a veterinarian, if you start talking about, you know what I'm saying, all these other jobs, like, yeah, that's completely different. He thinks it's harder because you have to wake up at 5 in the morning and you get off at 7 o'clock. That's what makes it hard. The fact that you got to wake up early and you work all day, so that's what you're basing hard off of, because that's what it sounded like to me. And ever since I've heard people talk, they're like, oh, I have to wake up such and such time, and I have to do a job that I hate. You know what I'm saying? And then I had to get off, and then next day I have to do it all over again. Bro, what? That's what you're basing hard off of because you didn't want to do it? Like I said, I can go do what you do, but can you come do what I do? That's how I look at it.
You know, I'm selling shoes for pay every single hour.
So according to you, a job is easier or harder based on the guaranteed pay? That's one aspect of it.
Working
right?
at Foot Locker, working at a job like Panera or wherever Lacey is easier than a streamer. Yes, because a streamer you have to come up with ideas. You have to stay relevant.
We're talking about ideas now. Okay,
yeah,
we're talking about pay.
Okay, so what do you want to start with, though? But it doesn't make. But you're not even. You keep switching it. So why don't you answer my question?
I'm not switching anything.
You know, you 100% are.
Yeah.
So how is it harder if you're guaranteed to pay? I worked for 4 years of streaming. I didn't make $1.
Well, what's your definition of hard? That's the thing. It's like what
stuff
is
that
difficult.
you need creativity. You need to get out of your circle, comfort zone.
Yeah.
You need to be able to actually
something that's
make
more
people believe what you believe in the sense of like, oh, this is good content. Do you watch any TV shows?
I watch YouTube.
Okay, you watch
so
YouTube.
Much YouTube.
So it's the same thing.
Life
so
is
the
about
people that you're
perspective.
entertained by are the people like us, just for a different audience.
That's true, but you're talking about entertainment as a job. We could talk about entertainment.
This is entertainment,
as a job.
but this
yeah,
is entertainment.
Entertainment
but
as
my
a
question
job
to you
doesn't have
is
any
why?
guarantees. Absolutely.
So do you truthfully, you could sit here and think that working at like a Foot Locker or something like that, I'm just using that because that's the best example, is harder than a streamer?
It depends on what you are saying the word hard means to you. Because
this nigga is not
everyday
talking about
activity. Some
nothing.
people around here
Oh, he's
said, I
rage
gotta
rating
wake
me.
up at 7 a.m., 8 a.m. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, we have to do the same thing.
Sure.
Some people do that.
And you deal with yourself.
No, we deal with millions
When
of people.
you're creating that content and you have your phone, you're dealing with you and yourself in that phone.
Okay, so what happens?
You're not dealing with
true.
coworkers and you're not
That's not
dealing
true at
with-
all. I have an
Okay.
editor that I pay who relies on me. If I stop doing
Which
any
is
type
later.
of content, he loses
So when
a job.
you go to your job, when you go to work, rather than punching a card, you pick up your phone or you turn on a camera.
Okay, so when you punch the card, let's say, who's above you? Your boss, right? What happens if he just takes the business and he says, oh, we're not doing it anymore? You lose your job.
If the work is picking up a phone or turning on a camera as opposed to going in with a bunch of people and having to multitask tasks you have to do throughout your shift and deal with your
Tasks you gotta do
coworkers
throughout
and
the stream.
interpersonal thing, tell me how much you do of that stuff while you are actually doing your job for however many number of hours.
Nigga, you think this is TikTok. Oh my gosh, you literally just described what niggas do in a day. Holy not. And it, like I said, once again, he's not listening to a word Ron's saying. He's just sitting and waiting for him to finish to then say his point because he wants to be right. It's not about understanding or what you call it, because it's never gonna be. Neither one of them is gonna agree. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. Now, like I said, I'm not just trying to say, oh, you're wrong. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like I said, do you, like, I would have been asked, do you think you can come do what I do? No. I know for a damn sure I can go do what you do. I've done what you did. I can go work at Target. I can go work, you know what I'm saying? I can go work 8 hours every day. You know what I'm saying? I can wake up at 7, you know what I'm saying, and work the 7. You know why? Because I didn't did it, nigga. Like, what are we talking about, bro?
Hours that you are
niggas rage baiting me.
Typing and shitting and eating and all that stuff that everybody's watching you do.
Go ahead.
No, but there's actually a mental aspect.
I understand that, yeah.
No. Let me hear me out. Camaraderie. Like, you have like a group of people, like friendships, relationships, which is the most important thing in life. So do you build that with your coworkers and stuff like that?
Sorry, bye. See you later.
Seeing a lot of flags.
I said my piece. I'm Joe now.
So I'm Angelina, and
I'm still gonna go in.
executive assistant.
You're right. You're right. She's right. She's right. She's right. I'm not gonna lie. She's right.
All right, so you guys were talking about the mental aspect, and I thought that was really interesting because as someone who works a 9 to 5, technically it's a 10 to 6, but I still have to clock in a certain amount of time. I come home, I'm too tired to cook. Fortunately, I have a beautiful girlfriend that does all of that stuff for me when I get home. But if I didn't, I would have to cook for myself and get to bed in time and wake up in time to commute back to my job. You guys talk about how it's hard because there's a mental aspect. And I understand as someone who's been on social media a lot that you get
How long
berated.
have you been on social media? Just to get broad.
So I actually did content creation starting at the age of 14. When I moved to LA, I gained like 10,000 followers.
Do they want somebody to feel bad for them? Is that what I'm getting at?
Off the bat, and I was very young and I started working with different brands.
Okay.
I totally understand the mental aspect. It's just that you guys can afford to say, hey, I'm gonna go wherever for 2 weeks, and that can be content, that can be your job, and you actually get to relax and travel the world and have other opportunities.
You're just saying a lot of points.
There's no relaxation.
Just so I can answer a couple. So you were saying like, to go back to the beginning, you were saying like you can manage like your time with like relationship, was that correct? Like you have your girlfriend when you go home, like.
I fortunately have a support system, but I every day like ask myself how I would have been able to do it without.
Example. So you said 14 you started, I started at 16. For about 3 years, I was making money and it slowly went super up and then all of a sudden it went down, right?
Yeah.
I lost everything, fell off completely.
About
to myself. It's a real story. This is a real story. This isn't a joke. Why are you smiling?
We've all been there. Every 9 to 5 worker has been there.
So
That's
going
why.
back to what you said, how you have a support system, I moved across the country from my parents at the age of 19, lived alone in an apartment, was paying a certain amount of money every single month, and I was losing money. I wasn't making enough money to pay my, like I had money in my bank for my rent, but I wasn't making more than my rent.
Yeah.
So I was losing.
You were in the red every month.
I was in the red every single month. Girlfriend broke up with me at the time, so alone across the country. So it's like when you're alone too and everything's.
I just want people to pay attention. Notice how when she says something, mind you, because Ron is saying the same thing she said. So when she says something, it's more of people are like, whatever. But when Ron says something, now all of a sudden it's like, okay, so that happens to everybody. Yeah, the same way while she's talking, she's like, luckily I have a support system, you know what I'm saying? I come home and I'm just too tired to cook. Nigga, my mom comes home and makes meals all the time. What are you talking about? She's been doing it for I don't know how many years. You know, she's talking about I'm too tired to cook. And you're whining and complaining? And you haven't even worked half as long as her? Hey, don't ever speak again.
Going down, where's my support system?
I don't like why she's laughing, bro.
Okay, so I have a question. You said that for the first 4 years you started streaming, you had no income. How are you able to survive?
I lived with my mom. I was 16.
So that to a certain extent is privilege.
That's privilege?
What?
It is.
But my mom How's that privilege?
It's privilege because you have the support system to have a place to live.
Well, at 15, 16, I would hope I have parents that would live with me.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't, and they have to take 9 to 5.
That's a whole different discussion. So a lot of people
What
don't
15,
have
16-year-old isn't living with their parents except for kids? What are you talking about? Why are they laughing? You know what I'm saying? Oh, they actually finna get me tight. That's the most normal thing ever. Like, what are you talking about?
A lot of people don't have families that support them or accept them.
But that's a whole different conversation. What does that do?
Literally, that's about acceptance.
They still need to survive. So the fact that you were given the opportunity.
So how did you move to LA?
I moved across the country as well with my mom when I was 15 years old.
Do you not think that's privilege?
So what the hell are you? You niggas is in the same boat, and somehow, why is it? I don't get that. Why is it when he says it, you know what I'm saying? He is privileged, this, and that. But when you say it, it's valid. It's like, oh, I don't get it. It's not clicking to me, bro.
I mean, we moved into a 1-bedroom in Santa Monica and shared a trundle bed, so.
Okay, well, I was reselling.
So I'm supposed to feel bad? Oh my! Oh, get the balls down!
Oh, I get it. I've definitely helped my family out in times where I was able to, but I also had to have my family support me in order for me to have certain opportunities to make money in the first place. So if you didn't have content creation, what would you be doing?
It's a great question. I don't know, because I didn't set my goals that way. I set up my life to that. I know I would do what I want to do. If we all got paid the same every single month, let's say just in simple terms, we all got paid $100,000 a month, a crazy amount of money. Would you guys still, truthfully, I'm asking a serious question, would you guys say that all of our jobs are harder than each other, truthfully?
Yeah, if she was a nurse, she had to go to medical school for years just to be able to have her
But
foot
she
in the
knew
door.
that she was getting security because she was going to be a nurse, correct?
Not secure.
How is it not secure if you knew what you were going to do?
Nothing's secure.
Nothing's secure. You just proved my point. But you just proved my point.
No job is secure, but content creation gives you the ability to have those savings, to have an audience. And even if you do lose all your followers one day, even if
let's say I lost it all tomorrow.
You still have residuals of your previous viral videos. Even if people are hating on you and shitting on you, that's still adding to what goes into your pocket.
There's literally doctors who do one surgery and make hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Because they were trained for decades and they had to go to school.
So were we.
You went
Oh my goodness. Oh, hey, I never even say Streamer University.
to be a content creator.
Streamer University.
Bro, oh my God, these niggas are contradicting themselves. Holy moly. It's valid when they say it, but when literally they say the same thing, it's no longer valid. How does that make sense? I don't get that. Depth is a top tier variety IRL streamer averaging around 200 on Twitch with 900 followers. Speaking of the current viewers, that's the key. Figuring Faze, he helped shape the Faze brand now. I see. I ain't no point in, bro. I'm not like, oh, this nigga's waiting. This bald nigga been waiting to say something.
How you doing, bro?
Good, how you doing?
Alex.
College professor.
Gabe, how we doing?
I'm doing good. So first of all, I want to say I do respect all of you for what you do. I mean, you guys do work, but you do not work as hard as people who have a regular job.
You don't know that.
I mean, that I do know it for sure. It's very clear. People have to wake up and do their routine over and over again. It's not a daily thing, it's a weekly thing, it's a monthly thing, it's a yearly thing, it's a life thing. And if they screw up, they lose their jobs. And they always have to be careful because if they do something weird, they say something weird to their coworker or their boss, they're gonna lose their job. If you lose some
they do that, that's not the same thing. If one of them says the wrong thing, they could, like the same way they got, this one thing about social media is a very, very meticulous place. You can go from like this, you can be at the top, be the biggest, you can be work high at, and you can be like this, nobody. And just like that, disappear, boom, vanish. That's how meticulous the social media is. And one thing is, people are on a live stream. So it's like if I say the wrong thing, like the internet's gonna take it and run with it. And the next thing I know, overnight, gone. Like, what are you talking about, bro? But like I said, you keep saying it's harder for the same, bro. They keep saying gotta wake up and then I gotta say the right thing and then bro, job is just really not like that though. Let's be real. You know what I'm saying? Job really not like that, bro. You clock in, you don't gotta worry about talking to niggas. You know what I'm saying? You do your job, get in, get out, and go home, nigga. Let's be for real. A job is not that meticulous. Let's be for real. Oh, I gotta watch what I say. I gotta nigga, shut up, bro.
followers because of something you say, you'll get other followers, and you have a large following enough where there's enough of a range of perspectives that people will always be on board for you as long as you're.
That's so incorrect. It's so funny.
People who screw up at their jobs and lose their jobs, and maybe there's a recession, there's not a lot of jobs, as could be now. They get potentially homeless or worse.
You ever heard of cancel culture?
What's that? Yeah, of course I've heard of it. But how many people have been canceled and came back? I mean, it happens all the time. Your boss is not going to be loyal to you if you don't get that thing in on time 5 times.
Okay, but check it
you're
out.
done.
Okay, so
There will always be a job, though.
Get that loyal following of people that do follow you.
Yes.
You need to build that over years
Okay.
and years and
Okay.
years and hours of
Okay.
trust
All right.
and communication
Sacrifice.
and intimate relationships with your audience.
Okay, so
that's not something that's just given to you.
Look,
You
the
don't
things-
just fall into 1 million subscribers, 2
Of
million
course
subscribers,
not.
3 million
Of course
subscribers.
not. It takes work for sure. But like what you guys are talking
Just
about
ask the
in
important
terms of, like,
question.
the toll it takes on you, a large part of it, and let me tell you something, I'm a little older than you guys, so a large part of it is just general angst from being young, and you just happen to have a camera in front of you and like talking to people or whatever, but at the same time, like, you're doing exactly what most people are doing, which is dealing with life stuff, and that's normal. Like the mental toll that it takes.
Somebody tell me right now, if you could tell me you can do what Mr. Beast, tell me you can do what Mr. Beast do right now. I delete everything I got. I delete everything I got. I'll give you all the money I got, everything right now. Tell me you can do what Mr. Beast do. Ah, shut up right now, nigga. Okay. If you know what I'm saying? If it's so easy, oh, I don't want to be a streamer. That's like saying I'd rather work at McDonald's and then somebody give me $1 million. No, nigga. If every person in this room knew, if God came to you, if you seen it and they was like, you will for a fact live the life you've always wanted to live. You will never have to work again. You will never have to do this. You will be financially free. All this stuff. If you become a streamer tomorrow, guess what? Every one of y'all will go buy a desk. Y'all go buy two monitors. Y'all will go buy a camera. Y'all will go buy a mic. Y'all will go buy all this, a PC, everything, and set that shit up right then and there, nigga.
Dealing with people and getting comments and this and that. That's what everybody deals with.
But y'all know y'all can't do it. That's the thing. I can do what y'all do, though.
Get to your job.
I can do what you do.
And then be there.
I know I
and,
can.
Like, be on
I know for a fact
the
I
whole
can.
time, no matter what.
Why you keep holding this shit up? Shut your shit up, boy.
I said, what do you do?
Well, I'm a college professor, so I have to do that same
So
sort
you
of.
just gotta come in and teach the same shit for the next 10, 15 years?
Yes, you're right.
Come on, bro.
We have to,
You already know what you're doing.
We have to produce new shit every day.
For me in particular, to Silky's point, you're a college professor, so you're essentially reteaching the same curriculum to the same students.
That I had to take
You know what I'm
years
saying?
to learn, but
you know
yes.
what I'm saying? But I started making content when I was 12 years old.
Okay.
It started out playing Call of Duty trick shotting.
You
I
were-
don't think
okay.
anybody in this room could hit a crane shot. I don't know if anyone in this room could.
I don't know that I'm gonna be proud of, but okay.
So I had to do that for 4 years,
Okay.
right? And then I'm like, okay. Then I had to do YouTube for 4 years,
Okay.
right?
All right.
And then I had to do Faze Clan, build Faze Clan out, fix Faze Clan, and then
Okay.
do streaming.
Okay.
So
And with how many people helping you?
How many people helping me?
Yeah.
Come on now.
For which stages?
All of them. There were a lot. You had a team.
When I was trick
Was
shotting-
it just you? Like
No. It
Okay.
was just me. There's receipts of this.
It wasn't built on the shoulders of anyone?
There's receipts on YouTube of me.
Okay, well, where did YouTube come from?
When I was
How did
13
YouTube become so
when I was
easy?
13
Because
years
a
old.
bunch of people worked their butts off 9 to 5, making it a thing.
That's
and
what
if it
you
didn't
did.
exist,
Okay,
if it didn't exist,
How did the hell do you think you became a fucking teacher, dumbass? You are in the same position. What are you talking about?
you
Okay, I gotta
couldn't
stop
press
pausing.
play, you couldn't press record,
So the fact that
and
you
then
have
just
a,
talk.
The fact that you have a campus to teach on. Then
Yeah.
boom, there you go.
Right, but I also
you
had
have
to
a
spend
campus to
years
teach.
earning my credentials and mastering.
And I did it.
Come on,
You don't
guys.
understand. They
Your credentials
did
are
the
playing
same
video games. I play
thing.
video games on my spare time. Come on, guys.
So you
games.
just want to get
I'm
paid
Faze.
to play video games. It's okay. We understand.
Like, bro, it's DLC. It's like my only problem is I understand their point of view. I get what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? Like I truly do. But it's like you don't want to understand what they're saying. It's like it's not even about forget right and wrong. Because it's not just black and white. You can't just be right and wrong. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever, because they're different jobs. You know, so you got a job when you're a construction worker. You know what I'm saying? So if we're going off manual labor, yeah, that's harder. You know what I'm saying? Than me sitting and recording a YouTube video like I'm doing right now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's harder. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, but then if we go, okay, the streamer university stream that Kai did, you know what I'm saying, or a nigga working at Target, it was harder than what Kai did, you know what I'm saying? All the stuff he had to set up, the money he had to put into it, to rent out of college, you know what I'm saying? To security, keeping it down, like all the stuff he had to do to make that happen. Whereas, nigga, if I just go to Target, you know what I'm saying, and I'm stocking shit on the fucking shelves, you know what I'm saying, that niggas can do with their eyes closed. You know what I'm saying? So it's not, like I said, it's not black and white. You can't, so it's not just, oh, this is hard, this is hard, oh, this is hard, this is harder. You know what I'm saying? It all, you know what I'm saying? It's always switching. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, nobody on this side wants to acknowledge the fact that it does take some type of work or creativity. You know what I'm saying? You got some people who have done nothing. So I don't get me wrong. I see people all the time that's like, you know what I'm saying, that literally have blown up from doing absolutely nothing, and who really have not put in no real work. They got lucky. They really did get lucky. But at the same time, how long does that longevity last? Because at some point, okay, yeah, you get put up, you put it on a pedestal. You know how many people have? Why do you think people are called one-hit wonders? Because they do the thing that blows them up, and guess what? If they don't figure out some way to keep their name relevant, then they become nobodies. That longevity, you have to figure out longevity, because guess what? Every day there's a new person that's literally getting. That's blowing up, getting popular, boom, boom, boom. But my thing is, look at the best people who've stayed consistent for the last 5 years or so, 10 years or so. You know what I'm saying? Like that takes work, hard work, dedication, especially building up from when this junk was nothing. Yeah, it's easier now, but half of them started 5, 6, maybe even 10 years ago. You know what I'm saying? When everybody thought streaming and YouTube was just like, that's nothing. Mr. Beast, look at what he is now. He's a billionaire. Come on, bro.
I'm Vicky, and my perspective is coming from a hair and makeup artist, physical job. Doesn't seem like any of you guys can even compete with the physicality.
Brother.
You guys
I know how to do a 3-strand braid.
Just sitting on your butt and talking into a microphone.
know.
Very different than having to get up in the morning.
They should do a video where they switch, do a day in the life.
Carry all of your hair, makeup, all of your supplies. You have to haul it around. Get up early in the morning.
You are not doing no damn, and not calling her what you call it, but. Ma'am, you was not doing no damn construction work. You not lifting no heavy shit. You talking about hair and makeup. Girls do this shit every day. I have 3 sisters and a mom. Shut your ass up. Shut up.
Stand on your feet all day. You never sit down.
I hear you.
You're breathing in toxic chemicals all day.
It's a choice. Can I talk? If you understand, you chose that.
It's dangerous.
Listen,
Your job isn't dangerous.
Oh my God, it's so dangerous. I'm
scared. So, listen. So your whole thing is we can't do what you do, right?
It's not physical. I'm saying that a 9-to-5 job where you physically have to do.
I'm just asking. No. Ooh, that please fit.
So I physically can't haul around bags of like makeup. You physically could never trick shot. You could not hit a crane shot. You can't 1080. You can't hold a controller and make a 200K montage. You can't.
Man.
No one in here can.
Come on, man.
None of you can.
But you can carry some hair and makeup.
And you have to do that for 12 hours a day.
Yes. Actually,
You're
yes.
taking 4 days to hit a trick shot. It's taking you 4 days to hit a trick shot.
Actually, yes, I would have to do
that. And then your day is never done. When you're done doing that, is your job done? Do you have to go shopping and replace all of the things that you use?
No. Listen,
you have to clean all of your gear.
They're trying so hard to make it seem like that's what they have to realize. They've had jobs before. So you're trying to make your job seem so much harder than it is. You're trying your hardest to make it seem difficult when you know for a fact. I'm not saying like it doesn't get stressful sometimes, but man, it's not as hard as you're trying to make it seem. You know what I'm saying? You're not a physicist. You know what I'm saying? You're not a neurosurgeon. Okay? You know what I'm saying? You're not doing anything that a regular person can do, baby. I'm so sorry, and I hate to break it to you. Okay.
What about if the Elgato wasn't on?
When
Can
you're
you
done, you're
imagine
done.
these
Oh
things?
my God, disable resample.
If I rendered my video in Vegas and I sent the editor the clips without disabling resample,
Oh my God.
my montage is fucked. Your main underlying argument here is
I love how their rage baiting is so bad.
physically
Daily, day to day.
Okay. Your main thing is what you do is physically more taxing and hard than what any of us
And
do.
dangerous.
I could say the same thing.
She said it's dangerous
You
bullshit.
cannot physically trick shot. You could never. I would go as far
Okay,
as
so
I don't
I'll put 100 bands on it. That's what I would say.
How many hours a day do you
Tell me
trick shot?
100,000.
I don't think.
How many hours
guys
a
ever do.
day do you trick shot? How many hours?
When I was trick shotting, it was 12 hours a day. It was however long I needed to. However
Every
long
day,
I
12
needed
hours
to.
a day
However
trick
long I
shotting?
needed to hit a clip.
12 hours a day, every day.
5 seconds.
And that clip is.
He carries a Barrett 50 cal and he jumps off of stuff.
I would have to get on Call of Duty, turn my sense all the way up to 1010. I would have to get to last. I would have to pray
Turn
to
my sense
God
up to
that he would
10.
be in the right
That's
spot.
stupid.
Throw the concussion. Now I gotta have my rotations down. I gotta have my rotations.
Dead zones. Talk about the dead zones.
Talk about dead zone.
Stick drip.
Stick drip.
Thing is, for the most part, but that is not all YouTubers that are doing something physical. A lot of it is just talking.
Yeah, but she also said it was dangerous. We could walk around IRL stream and someone could rob us or kill us.
I gotta.
Wait.
They're laughing. But that's happened recently.
I've gotten a pumpkin thrown on my head by a crackhead.
Crackhead ran up to him on stream and almost
died.
Almost
Because he
decapitated
quoted
him
his
when he
thoughts.
was-
Yeah.
Known for reactive phase movement, but I ain't keep reading all this crap. Time of essence.
My name is Thelma. It's a pleasure to meet you, sir.
Ex-librarian.
I'm very occupational. My last job, I worked as a librarian with elementary school children. I have been an executive secretary, legal.
Very quiet, peaceful.
Yes, yes, all that, you know, because it's who you are.
Right.
That, you know, we create social media all the time because that's what we are. We're
And the main question I'll
9-to-5ers.
ask is, okay. So I'll okay. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say that.
And have energy with people. Where I don't think that you guys have that.
We have energy.
Are you serious?
You have false energy because you're across the screen. You're not interacting with people like we do.
So what are we doing right now?
Interacting?
What are we doing right now?
You're doing it now because we're doing a video.
Wait, isn't she debating for us? That's making it harder for us.
Do you know that there's millions of people?
Now I'm not gonna have all y'all gang up on me.
There's millions of people who watch the video and
Yes.
save lives every day.
Yes.
Probably more than doctors.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yes. There's people that literally stay alive because they want to watch our videos.
You know about going out into the clubs at night, staying out till 10 o'clock in the morning, trying to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning so you can get dressed.
So you was
to
having
get-
fun.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so
So what I'm saying is like you guys don't do the interaction. You don't touch people like this.
okay. Now,
What kind of shit's going on?
you go to the club, you get to put some shades on, and you go by your day to work. We can't do that because we have thousands of people.
But is
You're
that your
drunk,
choice?
You're high. You're
But is
hungover.
that
Just
your
get off
choice?
screen. We don't want to see you like this.
But is that your choice?
We don't
This
like
nigga
you
said
like
you be
this.
high
Why
every
are
day.
you doing this?
Nigga, why are you
Is
lying?
that your choice? You chose that. You chose.
That's their choice. That's their choice. Oh my gosh! Thank you. I'm so glad that you said that. And y'all working these 9-to-5 jobs ain't. Hey, I'll shut it right now if you said somebody put a gun to your head and told you had to work this job for the rest of your fucking life, nigga. No. All of you, everybody in this room made a decision, and guess what? You have B side who made a decision to make their lives better. They wanted more for their lives. And you have option A who sit here and complain about other people having it easier than them because they decided to sit back and be comfortable and pick something that, you know what I'm saying? Guess what? You chose a 9-to-5. You know why do people pick a 9-to-5? Because you know for a fact you're gonna get that paycheck. You know what I'm saying? You were scared to believe in yourself. You know what I'm saying? You wanted the stability. That's good. Nobody blames you for that. You know what I'm saying? I commend you. But at the same time, don't you dare for a second look at somebody else and say, "Oh, you got it easier." You know what I'm saying? If I got it so easy, if I got it, yeah, I'll take that. I got it easier. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I got it easier. I can buy any car I want. I can live anywhere I want. I can go anywhere I want. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'll take easier every single day. You know what I'm saying? Than suffrage, because y'all are suffering. You know what I'm saying? You want to blame somebody else because you're suffering when you didn't have what it takes to go do that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants to talk about my circumstances, my this. Miss me with that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Because if you really wanted it, you would have made it happen. Because guess what? You stayed there for 20, 30 years at that job, slaving away. You know what I'm saying? Back hurting, feet hurting, crying, you know what I'm saying? Complaining, whining, you know what I'm saying? You put up with it every single day, but for not 1 second, you decided, I'm gonna figure a way out of this and make something else of my life. So yeah, it was my choice. It was my decision. And look where it got me. What did your choice get you?
Last thing we can't.
And that's what's happening now. That's what's happening now with the whole world. It's a total disconnect. When you have a 9 to 5, you dealing with people. You touching people's hearts, souls, mind. No, you are not.
You know how many?
I think.
Oh my gosh.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you, and I respect what you do.
Do you watch
You don't, but you don't.
Of course, I watch. I got kids. I got grandkids.
Do you ever laugh?
Of course, I laugh.
So then the interaction.
We're touching them.
But the interaction is not
Did it make
real.
you feel better?
When I'm watching it.
Wait, did it make you feel better?
Nigga, if Michael Jackson was still alive, R.I.P., and came back and said hey to you, you would crumble to your knees. Why? Because his music touched your heart. Why? Because he was the greatest. He was the greatest of his time. He was the greatest of all time, actually. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying they're as big as Michael Jackson. It's the same thing. Chris Brown. If he came and gave you a kiss on the cheek, you would pass out. Michael B. Jordan. If he came and gave you a hug, you know what I'm saying, you would faint. Why? Kevin Hart. If he came and met you and tell you a joke, you would start crying. You would start laughing until you started crying. Why? Because these people are invoking some type of emotion inside you. You're saying they're not touching people. That's all. That's their job, is to invoke an emotion in somebody, as if it, as a TV show, as a movie, as a song. Your job is to invoke an emotion to somebody so they can connect with what you got going on. You know what I'm saying? Whether you're funny, you know what I'm saying? Whether you're serious, whether you're motivational, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's gym content, whether it's what you call it, you know what I'm saying? Quaythehero, you know what I'm saying? We know who that is. Guess what type of emotion he evoked? For people to get better, you know what I'm saying? For people to get, you know what I'm saying? To lose weight, to get in shape, you know what I'm saying? To become healthier, you know what I'm saying? Mind, body, and soul. Mr. Beast, what does he invoke? Mr. Beast invokes excitement, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Energy, you know what I'm saying? Like you're locked in, and when you watch a Mr. Beast video, you know what I'm saying, you're locked in, you're focused, you're like, this is amazing, I wish I could do something like this, you know what I'm saying? I'm done, I can't, I'm done. I had to finish the video.
Have you ever been entertained and been like, oh, I feel good?
Some of it is fake. Some of it is fake.
You see, you're not answering.
So now let me.
Okay, well let me answer your, because I'm debating him. But go ahead.
Right after this, I got you.
Okay, all right, come on.
So when you're entertained, have you ever felt like your day was better if you watched something? You've never felt like that?
Yeah, sure.
So what's the difference with us?
The difference with you is that you guys do this 24/7. That's all you do.
Yeah.
You know, you're just like, wait a minute, somebody made a comment about, oh, I can't even go out with my girlfriend, or I can't even go out in public.
That's right.
I can go out in public and be seen.
So it's easier.
You know what?
So
I'm a very social person. I'm very popular in where I do and where I am. I do social media.
I'm saying what we do has not affected people. It's not real. How come when I go out in public and I meet someone and they're like, oh my God, wait, I loved your videos growing up. You were my childhood. I used to watch you every single day. Like, you were my child. You know how like we grew up watching Disney Channel?
Yep.
I've had kids
Ben
come
10.
up hundreds of times throughout years of my life, have kids come up to me and say these things. So.
Okay.
I'm done. They've got the rage bait out of me.
I'm a server at an Italian restaurant.
Come on, bro.
He finna, oh my God, get the ball.
He has the same menu, makes the same food every day, bro.
First thing I'm gonna say is nobody's gonna say being a nurse isn't hard, because my aunt was. That is the most difficult shit. How are you gonna disrespect your mom like that, dude?
No, she is right now.
You're gonna disrespect your mom and say that your work is harder? That is so rude, honestly.
She works 2 of them.
Okay,
she works at 2 hospitals.
Let me ask you something.
She said it's mad easy. She can work at 2 hospitals.
No disrespect. No disrespect, but what you do, I'm not your target audience. So break it down for me, because I don't even get it.
Oh my God.
Let me ask you something.
You just said I'm not your target audience because I'm black. That's what you just said. You don't watch me because I'm black, and this is what I'm talking about. It's harder.
He has to get judged every
I gotta get judged every day. Everybody thinks I'm a hoodlum. I'm a nice guy.
He's a jolly dude.
I can't get a job because I got tats. I used to work at Costco's. I had the greatest 401k granted to me. That means that when I retire, I get the biggest stipend of my life. Yeah. Do you know I could just sit there and just meat pack all day just to really realize that, what, maybe 20 years I'm gonna be sitting on millions because I worked at Costco's?
Yeah, Will.
Okay. I didn't have to interact with nobody, just packing meat.
Yeah, Will.
Come on, bro.
Is what you do fun?
I mean,
do you enjoy what you do?
If I make it fun.
Do you make it fun?
I could make it fun.
Yes or no? Is what you do fun?
Not everything's fun.
What isn't fun?
Nigga, yes or no?
What do you do in a day? We'll swap stories. What do you do in a day?
Okay, so it's very stressful, right?
Not fun at all. Because this dude was talking for 20 minutes about playing video games.
Whoa. It sounds like you're jealous, I'm not gonna lie. But, okay, so look, right?
So I'm jealous of a harder job.
No.
Oh!
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, that was sarcasm.
Nigga, you thought. Shut your stupid stuff up, boy.
No, I'd like to.
No. Listen. Listen to the time that I wake up. I wake up maybe 3, 4 p.m. Know what I'm saying? I'm already drowsy because I just smoked the night before. You know why I gotta smoke? Because I just deal with thousands of people. I don't even like people. I gotta deal with thousands of them. No, let him stay. You gonna stay for this, right?
Wait, but you still haven't described what you've done other than smoking pot and waking up at 4.
Okay, waking up at 4 p.m., right? Now wake up. I gotta brush my teeth, right? Gotta make sure, cause I got a lot of comments. Now, you know, he don't brush his grills. What does his real teeth look like? I gotta make sure that my
He got Chanel earrings like a bad bitch.
And there's girls in his chat too sometimes. So,
yeah.
You know.
You know what I'm saying? I gotta make sure I'm freshly saving. I'm not saving for this video. I already know what's gonna happen. It's about to be negative comments. Yo, shave that little scruffy shit on your face. Cool,
So
right?
he got fat.
Now I have to game Marvel Rivals for probably 1 to 2 hours before stream. You know why? Because I don't get to game it for after work. Like I could just game it after work, bro. I can't. You know what I'm saying? You can't just do that, right? After I do that,
they
now I
know
gotta sit
that
here
like
and
half
plan
of
with
this they
somebody.
weren't
What
being
I'm gonna do is
serious. Like,
oh, looks like we got no content. All right, let's see if we can just scrumble
Guess
something
what?
around.
No content, no money.
No content, no money. Now look, probably by 8 or 9 p.m. I'm still probably thinking I got to do something for stream. My mind is fried.
Do you know what's crazy?
My mind is
8, 9 p.m. for him? Oh, I did my work
He
today.
already did
I did my work today.
You took the same boss already.
You're going to sleep.
What?
Do I don't want to hog the space here too much, but do you know the expression, give a man enough rope?
You're losing me.
Kill him.
I don't know this.
no, deadass, I don't know what he's talking
Basically,
about.
you're talking yourself into a hole, man. Okay, my turn. I'll be brief.
Wait, give a man a rope.
What is he?
Wait,
It means-
is that racist?
This nigga's ready at it. This nigga's ready at it.
All right.
Oh, you're back?
Babe, I want to say to you,
Rhonda.
I'm your black auntie.
Yeah,
That's what I
okay.
want to say.
Uh-huh.
You say you don't like people. It's all about relationships that you got with people. So when you say shit like that, do you really mean that?
Do I not like people?
You said,
I'm an introvert. I'd rather be in my own space. I'd rather be by myself.
And that's okay. But what is it that you're doing that's helping other people?
What am I doing?
Yeah.
Saving lives. I'm a superhero.
He's a hero.
I'm Quaythehero. Hey, lucky I'm not there. You might know my name. I'm Quaythehero. What am I doing? That's help. What are you like? Not saying what are you doing because she's a nurse. But I'm giving people. Why do people watch TV? Why do they watch movies? Why do they listen to songs?
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Answer that question.
That's right.
There goes your
I'm
answer.
again.
I believe 9 to 5 is harder. I mean, fuck.
Jason told me immediately.
I think dreaming is so much harder. Why are you doing it?
I can't have a public relationship because of the public eye and how they judge my relationship.
I would ask you the same. I said the same question goes for you.
Girlfriend that
If I think streaming because I make more money than any of you will make in 10 years.
So my question.
Nah,
again,
I loved her.
My question.
I loved her, and you're laughing.
My question again. My question. If you think it's so much harder, why are you doing it?
Because I'm passionate about it.
Okay, so you love it. You love streaming. So do you love it more than you loved that girlfriend?
That's what I had to decide.
I had to make sacrifice, and
So
that's
you-
what you have to do.
so you lost
with
the
streaming.
human touch.
But guess what? If I had a 9 to 5,
lost the human
if I was
touch
flipping burgers,
for-
I could have had a girlfriend still.
But you lost the human touch for the streaming.
I'll tell you, how much money have you made in the last 3 weeks, and I'll tell you how much I made, and let's see who's better in life.
Maybe 1,
But
2, 3.
okay, and then back to my point. Is that your choice? Was that your choice?
Was that your choice to be a librarian?
No, that's my point. That's my point.
Streaming is harder
Was
than 9 to 5.
that
That's the point.
you gave up your girlfalriend for streaming? Come on now.
Shit, he ran up a bag. He
Yeah.
ran up a
He
bag.
did it for a bag.
I asked any person in the room, have either one of y'all touched a mill? If any of y'all ever touched a mill at 9 to 5, let me know right now. Shut up. That's what I would say.
Or do I pick
something that I
future
love?
freak? Something that I'm passionate about and motion. I pick motion.
Nigga, they call me Motion Man, nigga. Nigga.
I'm Lala Costa.
Lala Costa? Yes. Amazing name.
Thank you. I'm an attorney.
She makes a percent off people's fuck ups. I like that.
If you had an opportunity to get a 9 to 5 that you could create yourself, like whatever you want,
Yes,
9
I
to
would.
5, you would take it?
Yes.
Because why?
Because I don't even enjoy streaming anymore.
You don't? What? Come to this side.
No, but I have to because this is what I built my career off of.
You feel stuck.
I feel stuck, yeah.
Have you ever watched a show and you stopped watching it?
Mm,
Have you ever watched a show and you were like,
all the time.
it's the same thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I have to.
That TV show can't. It's done. What happens to all those actors?
It's
after that?
canceled
They gotta
because I
go to-
stopped watching?
Well, no, I'm saying if
Baby,
thousands of you
Honey.
stop watching.
Shows get canceled all the time after one first season, and it makes me mad.
Yeah, Cartoon Network.
And as an attorney, you don't clock in and out as if they do. Like,
Millions of people. You guys know what Cartoon Network is?
If your
It's gone.
stop, would you come up
Yours?
with a brand then?
All those people are gone. Yeah, but pivot. That's the point.
swag, sign an exclusive streaming content on YouTube, become the first place him to do so. Oh hell no, she finna get cooked.
Nice to meet you.
I'm a professional model. But
She wouldn't even got a 9 to 5.
since I was at the age of 14,
Okay.
I was a gamer too.
I just think personally, like I agree with Jason that I think streaming does take a certain more stop than a 9 to 5, and I also think everybody in here, right? If you guys all try to be a streamer, right, and then we all try to do what you guys do,
You get L's in your chat.
the probability of everybody here trying to be an attorney is way higher than somebody making streaming a career.
Absolutely, your job is you just got lucky because you're a gamer. You got lucky. There's so many people like you
I was
out
talented.
there.
It wasn't
These
pure
days,
luck.
everybody's an influencer. Come on.
No. But
So many.
No, everybody tries to be an influencer.
But specifically, what I do, I'm not posting selfies around the world. It's basically all pure talent.
Okay.
Can I just why is he lucky? Why do we all get lucky though?
What is your talent?
Yeah.
Call of Duty. I was a professional Call of Duty player, like actual like. The
So you were
gaming.
sitting at home and you're thinking, what am I going to do with my life while you were gaming? You're like, oh, let's put a
I
camera.
was 16, so it wasn't really like
yeah,
that.
you weren't really thinking of what should I do with my life? Like, what should I study? What should I like? Where does my life go? You just got lucky.
It's not luck. It's
because-
just he's determined. He knows that's.
So did LeBron James get lucky? Did Steph Curry get lucky?
Yeah, no.
That's what we do too. We go to school,
wasn't
we
luck.
study.
You're a professional model. Shut your ass up. Did you get lucky, or you got lucky being pretty, gang? What?
He said, how many people of us could do this? No, it's luck. It's 1 of a million because for whatever
How is
reason.
that luck? If 1 out of a million, that one has to be the best. So how are you going to dismiss
Is
all
he
his
the
hard
best?
work and all of his
Is he the
talent?
best?
I got four. I got fourth last year. No. Let me give my statistics. There was over 300,000 people that played Warzone last year. This is the game that I play.
Okay.
I got fourth. So I was a top
Out of
12 player
300,000
across the
people.
entire world.
And you're telling him
So
you're
that's not luck. That's
like
pure.
less than
That's pure
1%.
skill.
So you're dismissing, is Michael Jordan lucky? Is LeBron James lucky?
Yeah.
Are they
Thank
lucky?
you.
They have a talent. They have
They
a
work-
talent.
they had a
but
team.
as,
So what do
you
you
know how
do?
many talented people out there and don't get the chance, they don't get the shot at it?
I don't want
Because they weren't the best.
He's not talented?
No, that's not what I'm saying. Not
That's
at
what
all.
you just said.
You just
No.
said.
You just
I
said
said a
that
lot
it
of
was
people
lucky.
are talented don't get the shot to do what he does.
I know people who
So
make it
it's
to the
luck.
NBA.
But I didn't even get a shot. It was I did it off the strength of me. There was no one who gave me a shot or anything like that. I simply was. You dead ass?
Yo, you being serious?
Why you laughing?
Why they laughing, bro?
It's not luck. I've been doing this for 13 years. I uploaded 3,000 videos. 2,000 was I edited myself while I went to college, worked a job. and still went to school.
And yeah,
So that's not. I mean, if that's fucking,
stand on it, stand on it.
if that's luck,
where's the luck at in that equation?
Again.
is there a percentage? We are all lucky in some way, right? If we all have a job, we're lucky in some sort of way. But
God bless.
off of specific pure talent.
Come on now.
And I work
Swag
at
talking. He
I work
talking.
with many talented people. I'm not saying about you. I'm
Yeah.
just talking.
He
in general.
talking.
And there's so many people that are very talented never get a shot because they don't do the right thing. They don't go the right path. They
Lacey
don't
and,
meet the right people. So there are so
Silky
many
got up
talented
there
actors
ASAP.
here. They never get a shot. So I'm just saying it's pure luck.
It wasn't luck. I
Pure
just saw
luck.
an opportunity and just genuinely took it. It wasn't a handout. It was simply just, you know what? I'm talented at Call of Duty. This is what I want to do. It took me 8 years to make it a career. Is there something funny?
It's a freaking video game.
It's a talent.
I would say it's a video game, and guess what? I can show you 100 M's right now. Can you? I made $1 million off a video game. What have you done? Oh,
Hey,
okay.
he's made tens of millions of
I
dollars
bet you ain't
playing
even
video
touched
games.
6.
so-
I bet you ain't even touched 6.
But I'm saying though, you couldn't hop on a game and
couldn't
do
do
what
it.
I do.
You couldn't do
That's
it.
a skill.
Your son couldn't do it. Your
people-
grandkids couldn't do it.
Some people
Your
can't.
son's grandkids could never do it. They could never do it.
Anything that takes a talent.
The genes are done. They can't do it. They can't.
How many hours
can't.
a day did you spend?
When I was younger?
Yeah, when you were younger.
Oh, I would wake up 3 hours before school. So I wake up at 4 a.m. and I would play before school. Bus would come at 7. I go to home, come back, and do it again. I was 16. What's funny?
See, there's a disconnect here because to you guys, when you guys were growing up, yes, it was just video games, it was whatever. But when we were coming up, we're like, wait, maybe we can make this career. Maybe if we get good enough at it and we create.
Do you not
good
think?
enough
Do you not
content,
think if you're talented at something,
maybe.
it's a God-given gift?
Video games is not like
You don't think you don't think it's talent?
You're just too old to understand.
That's yeah.
That is true. That is true. Old people, they are.
Y'all could
I
never
gotta
play
keep it a-
FNCS either. It's
I
the
gotta
same
keep
shit.
it a buck. There's a disconnect.
Same
You come
shit.
from a generation where this didn't exist. This career.
Facts. That's
look
why
at this
they
career,
won't be able to grasp it. You don't even y'all still don't even grasp the internet. Half you don't know how to work your phones. You get scared when you see new technology. You couldn't even tell me what AI actually stands for.
Come from a completely different generation. You just don't get it, and I don't know if you ever will be able to wrap your head around it.
Oh.
And it's fun. But it's like
And that's
again, it's
okay.
Oh, you gotta
That's
fight
fine.
back.
That's
You gotta
okay.
fight back. I'm not gonna lie.
It's true though. That is very true. That's so true. Damn, y'all need to hurry this shit up. Holy shit, y'all keep
I'm
talking.
Ronnie.
Ronnie, nice
Oh,
to
that's
meet you.
pausing. That's my
My name's
problem.
Ronnie.
I got 5
We're
minutes
talking
left.
about job security.
4 minutes left?
Are you familiar with layoffs, with being furloughed? Like taking
We
it back
fall
to
off.
that's being what? What does that even
You're
mean?
from the generation. Why are you talking?
Everything. You lose everything.
Okay,
Oh
and
my
then you
God!
can
If she could
rebuild
post one
yourself back.
Instagram post to make $100,000, guess what? She say see ya.
okay.
Is it not the same concept? Like
I don't know. Back in 2020, when everybody was getting furloughed, everybody was like, "Oh, let me go to social media." That's kind of an easy alternative. So that seems kind of easy.
If it's so, why aren't you doing it then?
You
can't
just
see-
get another
No,
one?
you can search for. You have an opportunity to search for another one. No?
Okay, I've been searching for another one for 10 months. I interview every day, give the same spiel, have to give that smile of walking through my
I uploaded
resume.
videos for 7 years and barely got any views.
And did you uploaded 7 videos and didn't get any views?
Went to school. Went
7
to school
years.
And, still,
And paid rent?
yes, I still worked. I worked
Oh, so that you had another job?
as a parking attendant. Yes.
Okay, and was that harder
Then what?
than streaming?
No, I was on my phone all the time.
Oh, as a parking attendant, that doesn't sound like you were doing a very good job.
I was chilling.
You were chilling. You weren't good at
Wait,
your
he's
job.
waiting for.
Yeah, when cars park, they're done. Like it doesn't.
Okay.
I don't have to.
Well,
I'm not security.
that's
I just
a
go.
one
I go like this. I
9 to
go like this. Yo, right there. I bet. Do you think an aspect of a video game, playing video games, is a talent?
I would say it's a skill. I wouldn't call it a talent. You can master it with,
But people millions play video games, but there are very few people who are genuinely gifted at it.
Gifted? What are they, Mozart?
How is it not a talent? Why is it not a talent what he does?
You know what? I'm open to it being a talent. I think it's a skill. I think it's something you can master. I don't think.
Well, no, what is
you're
a talent?
Mozart that you have this gift of like, whoa, when I put my thumb here and this thumb there and do this combo, I do this.
You'd be
flip.
surprised. I mean, there's people out there who are.
But how are people getting paid
They
6
have
figures for being good at the game?
So good.
It's like
And
saying, "Here's a paintbrush. Go paint me Picasso."
That's
Like what?
I'm saying this is so hard. If there's certain games that have $1 million prize pools, if there's a skill you could just learn and you're looking for a job for 10 months, go pick up a controller and go hop in this $1 million tournament and win it.
You
And win it.
couldn't. You couldn't
qualify.
You couldn't. You couldn't even find your OBS stream key. Stop playing.
I need to work for it, but
So like, but you're dismissing what he does. You're just dismissing. Like,
I'm not
oh,
dismissing. I'm saying
But
it's
you
easy.
are.
It's not a talent.
I said it's a skill.
If
I
it's
didn't say
easy,
it's a talent.
I tell her, I give you 100,000. Mr. Beast, I got your new video idea.
Like if
I played Mario Kart. I've played other games.
Not a professional level though.
No, not a professional level because that's not what I'm trying to pursue.
I know, but you don't understand what it takes to be on that sort of level. So how can you try to dismiss it and say it's yours is harder? How do you know?
What does it take to be on that
Because
level?
I've worked at 9 to 5.
Yeah.
So
What does it take to be on that level?
Just gift, and you got to play all
Just
the time.
gift?
Tens of thousands of hours of work and editing and filming and constantly.
I'm just
having
talking
to
about pure
innovate and
skill. As far as like the
reinvent
videos and stuff like that, just off pure skill.
I had to put tens of thousands of hours
Could you get a
into my
refresh second
studies.
zone tarping? Could you?
I have no idea what you said.
Could you get a refresh going into second zone with no mats? Can you get a refresh on the best players? You
I
couldn't.
can also put. I can circle back and give
Do
you
you know how to
different
short launch
terms
pad?
from
When you're
my
trying to get to third
industries.
zone, third moving. Do you know
I
how to
don't know
short?
No,
launch
I
it?
don't. But
Exactly,
if I want,
you couldn't, but Excel sheet, we could do Excel sheet.
no, but exactly.
They're just talking game.
These
As
refreshes
a
don't come to
babysitter,
you.
I can talk to you about the different things I do and ask you, could you do that? No, but if you
I
wanted
could
to,
ba-
you would.
I have 4 siblings. I can babysit, nigga.
Took 3 days. You don't think we can master an Excel sheet?
Oh.
But let me give you. If I give you 3 days about a video game, do you think you could be that talented as me?
If I wanted to, I would.
So let's pay for
I'll
her,
put money on it
whatever
right now.
it is.
Pay,
Give you 3
please.
days, but if you lose, you got to give us it back in double.
No, that's not how the job works. You pay me, I'll get the job done.
Neither one of them is. I said.
I would say, in a sense, yes, because you have to put in the work and you got to be on 24/7.
It's difficult to answer that question for us, I think, because we didn't come up in this time frame in this era. And technology is totally different now.
That nigga
Because
been
we were
wanting to
just
talk the
talking
whole
about
time.
playing tic-tac-toe on the sidewalk with Carl. I appreciate and respect what they do, and I think that's the consensus for most of us, that we appreciate and respect where they are.
Yeah.
But it's not, what we did was, we just feel like what we did was harder. And that's what I think.
So
My mind was changed in the sense that now I'm even more convinced that normal jobs are harder.
That is a 9 of 5 harder than streaming or whatever. Nice, good little debate or whatever. Shout out to all the people for taking part in the video. You know what I'm saying? You know, it can get heated in this, but at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? It's not that deep. It's not that serious. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has different things they want to do in life. You know what I'm saying? They choose this, they choose that. You know what I'm saying? And hey, you know what I'm saying? Whatever decision you make, my thing is just, you know what I'm saying? Live your life to the best of your ability and the way you want it. But I appreciate you watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit the post notifications, all that fun stuff. And I'm gonna catch y'all next one.